Is Colin Cloud, and these are my opinions on the Flint water crisis. So the video I have provided is from CNN, but I wrote a short summary about the video because it's a little too long for this presentation. Um, the city officials in Flint, Michigan wanted to switch to a new water system, but since the new system wouldn't have been ready for 2 years, they wanted to use water to supply homes from the Flint River. The Flint River water is highly corrosive, and it traveled through Flint's lead pipe system, which put lead and other dangerous materials into the water supply and into homes. And though the state of Michigan knew about the dangerous levels of lead in the tap water, they did nothing to prevent it. Um, my thoughts and opinions on the crisis, who was and is responsible for this. I believe the government and the state of Michigan is responsible for this, especially the Department of Environmental Quality in Michigan and the EPA of the United States. They both knew about the lead poisoning and didn't do anything about it. They told the state that they didn't have to add an anti-corrosive agent into the water for an entire year after switching to the new system. But the adding the anti-corrosive agent would have really helped or prevented this water crisis. Did they take the appropriate action to stop the crisis? Not by any means did they take the appropriate action, because the crisis is still happening today as of October of 2017. The environmental quality, the Department of Environmental Quality waited way too long to check the water in Flint, and by the time they did check it, the damage was already done. Thousands of people were already sickened, and the damage was already done to many kids whose developing minds were hurt by the lead. What can be done in the future to avoid such other problems? Making sure that the water is safe before switching systems is a great idea that probably should have been looked into before they actually did switch systems in Flint. It doesn't always guarantee that the water is going to be safe, but making sure that it is safe before putting it into our homes is an easy way to make sure that that bad water doesn't end up in our homes. And making sure that testing happens very often while they're using the system, to make sure that water quality is where it's supposed to be at, and that nothing terrible is going into our water. So those are my short thoughts on the crisis, and here's my references page, and thank you for listening.